I really am kind of an OWC fanboy. Good equipment matters. Hi, I'm Doug Blush. I am the co-owner of MadPix Films here in Silver Lake, California. I've been doing docs literally since I was in film school, and in the 90s it was less of a real career path. But then gradually the world changed. Suddenly we had the power of editing at home. Editors in documentary pioneered work at home. The interesting thing about Elephant Whisperer was we never got to work in the same room until really late in the process. We found this perfect flow to do an edit completely not in the same room. We were very lucky to catch another wave with the digital revolution, where suddenly you could have access to cameras and editing that was digital and not the video nightmare or the slow, expensive process of film. And that went hand in hand with people starting to watch documentaries. Suddenly there were documentaries that were challenging the boundaries and doing new things, and docs became major league cinema. So my wife and I decided we should probably make a corporation out of this, and so we created our company, MadPix Films, back in 2002 when my daughter was born, actually, and we've been dedicated to doing nonfiction and independent work ever since. MadPix is for Madeline, our daughter, and she's officially some member of the corporate board, but she's off in college, so she doesn't check in that much. With documentaries, the biggest issue is the amount of footage. Because unlike a fiction film, you have a shooting ratio of sometimes 400 to 1. You have to kill so many of your darlings to get to that final place. And it's brutal, but that's part of the editorial job, is to figure out where the story's going. And that's why we need a ton of flexible storage, so we can get it from camera card to shuttle drives to a master storage, a safe RAID system. That's so important because we have nothing if we don't have that. I always say buy twice what you think you need, and then buy about a third more than that. Because you don't want to be in the middle of an edit session and you run out of disk space. You know, that ain't okay. That's kind of why I am the proud owner of many, many OWC products. I trust them to always have something to solve my problem, no matter how big or small the film is, just because they think like I think. And as we get more and more modular, I love the ethos of maybe you can get a second life out of something, especially for indie filmmakers, where the resources are limited. We want to stretch the life of our computers. We want to keep our drives working longer. And that workflow is really important too, the fact that everything fits with everything else and it's all planned from the shoot all the way to output. A good documentary, it's a good movie. If you are engaged, if you're outraged, if you're falling in love, if you're laughing, if you're crying, that's a good documentary. But if you're not prepared for it, it won't go as well as it could. It gets in the way of the creative process. And if you have good storage and good workflow, you're gonna have a great time.